Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this week on Destinations. I'm your host, Kane Farabaugh, and we're coming to you this week from Cairo, Egypt.
Police say at least one person is being treated at CAMC General for injuries related to that accident. Now, they're not exactly sure who's to blame for the pileup. And the best advice they can give everyone right now is to give each other room on the highways. Christopher.
For the tank soldiers who operate these M1A Abrams tanks, it's a sort of battle cry here in the deserts of Kuwait.
It's at the entrance to the Gulf of Aqaba, and whoever controls this island controls water routes to both Egypt and Israel. That crater you see behind me, where all of those workers are, is the point of impact where the plane fell from the sky. And that is all that is left.
One of the only ways to resupply some of the remote sites is by helicopter. Within the MFO, this aviation unit is one of the few in the Army still using the Huey.
The U.S. military is sending more than 10,000 forces to South Asia in one of the largest relief efforts ever undertaken by the Department of Defense.
There is still some evidence of the Israeli-Egyptian war scattered throughout the Sinai Peninsula. But here in this camp, you'll find no support for the Taliban and even less support for terrorism. When the United States Army Psychological Operation teams go into stores like this one here in Kabul, they've got several things in mind.
But one thing you can't see just by standing up here and watching these sailors work is how lonely they get during the holiday season.
And now they direct air traffic into Bagram Air Base, Afghanistan, one of the busiest air bases in Operation Enduring Freedom.
If you visit the capital city of talent, there is little to remind you here of its communist past.
You don't want to walk far without one of these, your chemical protection mask. The only time you might hear of the Kanawha County Special Response Team is on a hostage rescue or a drug raid.
The Steelers dominated this ball game today, the first half by points and overall by possession.
Suspected al-Qaeda terrorists killed one U.S. Marine while seriously wounding another during an exercise on an island off the coast of Kuwait.
In your research, what have you found, and what's the reason why these veterans have been so humble about their great sacrifice?
Well, I think two things.